Some countries have laws that make sense, like don't steal or don't speed, but then there are these. From ban chewing gum to the interdiction of possessing potatoes, here are the weirdest laws in the world. Public behavior. Imagine taking a walk through Singapore. You're happily walking through the clean streets, but wait, what's this? You chew gum in public? Big mistake. In Singapore, that's actually illegal. This law was introduced to keep the streets clean. Don't bring gums with you if you don't want to be accused for gum dealing. And talking about how we present ourselves, if you happen to be in Poland, you might want to double check your t-shirt choices. Wearing one with Winnie the Pooh on it? Well, that's not a good idea. In Poland, it's considered inappropriate because Pooh is usually seen without pants. If you have one of these shirts, maybe it's a good idea not to bring it with you. And let's take a look at law in Alabama, where you might want to think twice before wearing a fake mustache in a church. Believe it or not, it's illegal to wear a fake mustache in a church in Alabama. It's seen as disruptive to the calm of the space. If you had plans for a little Sunday disguise, you'd better reconsider. And then there's Japan, a place where your shape is literally a matter of law. That's right, if you're in Japan, being overweight is illegal. The government has passed laws to fight obesity, setting specific waistline limits for citizens. If you're heading there, you might reconsider eating this second bowl of ramen. But while Japan keep an eye on your weight, in Milan, you'd better keep an eye on your smile. In Milan, it's actually a legal requirement to smile. Yes, really! It's seen as a way of keeping things cheerful and friendly, especially in public spaces. Flash those white teeth whenever you're out. It's not just polite, it's the law. In Thailand, you'll need to be cautious about how you walk too. Walking backwards in public is strictly prohibited. The idea is that it could cause confusion and chaos in the busy streets. So when in Thailand, don't do like Michael Jackson, or you could get arrested. In the world of education, let's step into Bangladesh. Cheating on exam isn't just bad, it's actually illegal. Education is taken very seriously there. If you think about sneaking a peek at your neighbor's paper, think again. It could lead you to more than just a bad grade. It could lead you to prison. Unique laws. Some rules aren't just about behavior. They're about tradition, history, and sometimes a very different way of thinking. Take for instance a law in some town in France where, believe it or not, there's a legal stipulation that says you cannot die. Well, it's not quite as dramatic as it sounds, but the law was put in place to deal with bureaucratic challenges surrounding inheritance and property after death. It's a weird rule that makes you wonder about the paperwork that led to this law in the first place. Heading over to Burundi, we find a law that might seem a little extreme, but it's all about maintaining peace in public spaces. In Burundi, public running is illegal. So if you're out for a jog or sprinting to catch a bus, you might be breaking the law. In Spain, specifically Seville, the dominos are illegal on Sundays. Why? Well, it's probably a mix of preserving peace and encouraging other forms of relaxation. So you'll need to find a quieter way to pass the time if you're in Seville on a Sunday afternoon. Let's take a quick flight to China. Ever thought about reincarnation? Well, in China, the government has a law about it. Yes, there's a law requiring approval for reincarnation. This unusual law applies to Buddhist monks, making sure everything from the soul to the afterlife is under control. If you're planning on coming back, make sure you get the proper paperwork. Everyday's laws. Of course, not all laws is about personal behavior or spiritual matters. Some are weird when it comes to everyday things around us, like food, cars, and even animals. In Alaska, waking a sleeping bear for a photo is forbidden. Now, we can probably guess that disturbing a bear in its sleep is probably not the best idea for your safety. But did you know it's also against the law? Whether for the safety of the bear or the photographer, it's clear. Don't disturb the wildlife for a snap. Then we head over to Western Australia, where it's illegal to own more than 50 kilograms of potatoes. Yes, potatoes. It's a strange limit, but it's the law, so keep your potato collection under control. You're driving through Russia? Make sure your car stays clean. It's illegal to drive a dirty car in Russia, as the law wants to keep public spaces good looking. So if your car's covered in dirt, you'd better give it a wash before hitting the road. In Thailand, stepping on Thai currency is a major problem, and worse, it's illegal. The country is loyal to the monarch, and any disrespect shown toward him can land you into serious trouble. So when walking, make sure not to step on the money. We come to a legendary creature, Bigfoot. Over in Washington, there's a law that protects Bigfoot from harm. Yes, it's illegal to kill Bigfoot. Whether you believe in the creature or not, The law is there to protect it from anyone trying to catch or harm it. And in South Africa, it's illegal to wrestle a bear. While we think that's pretty common sense, it's still good to know that no bear wrestling is allowed under the law. That means that somebody did this. Every country have their own rule that show the diversity in the world. These rules shows us how different cultures shape the way we live and how sometimes something normal in your country can be illegal in another one. So next time you're exploring, remember, embrace the odd. It's what makes the journey unforgettable. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to reach 2000 subscribers.